they're YouTubers, they should expect YouTube things. But what you guys were saying was the whole thing was about Wake Cart. It wasn't like you guys pitched to them, we're YouTubers, we're going to come in and talk about YouTube, and then you said no. You know, when you're about to go live on television and the whole script changes, that's anxiety 101.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was actually sweating. I was like, am I having a panic attack right now? Yeah, and also if we had known that it was going to be about YouTube before we showed up, we wouldn't have showed up. Like, just because, like, you know, we're going in a new direction on YouTube, and I just want to have fun with it from now. I don't have to do press stuff for it. So we're about to go on. I'm getting my makeup done, and then I see the show being recorded, and they're kind of talking about stuff that I don't really believe in. I don't back. I'm like, that's not something that I want to get in front of. They're talking about, you know, behind the scenes and, like, quote unquote, like, celebrities' lives, and, you know, pretty much it was pretty, like, invasive to the privacy of the individuals they were talking about. Yeah, and I've had my privacy invaded for content, and I was like, why am I going to get up there and look like I'm siding with people who do this? Because I didn't like when people did that to me. And now the people that are hosting the show, that's not their fault. That's the show writing and putting a script in front of them and giving them something to talk about. Yeah, correct. So we just didn't want to be thrown in that position. Yeah. So I'm like, oh God, what are we getting ourselves into? We had a publicist with us. It wasn't what we signed up for. Yeah. We had a publicist with us who we had never met before, and they were feeding us lines about what to say. Like, just talk about, like, I just do it for the connection with my fans. And, like, just bring everything back to that connection with your fans. No. I have a genuine connection with the people who support me and listen to this podcast and watch my YouTube videos. And I feel like we know each other, you know? I don't have to, like, be fed lines to tell you guys. When I say you guys, I'm talking about you guys listening. Why would I do that? I'm having a 40-minute conversation with you guys right now. Like, I don't need to be fed lines for this. This is, like, literally just coming from our hearts. And we're speaking our minds to you because we feel like we have a friendship at this point. So we don't need to say, like, fabricated bullshit lines that, you know, like pandering. The media wants to hear. Right. Like, we're just talking to you guys. Yeah, like, just play it really safe. Like, fuck that. I'm not playing it safe. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what a publicist is, I'll give you, like, a brief. It's basically someone that finds press outlets and stuff like that to cover if you're doing, like, a drop, or you have a new movie coming out, or it's basically a project. Say you have a project and you release it to the public, a publicist will go and get you on a bunch of media outlets so you can talk about it and push it out even more to the world. Yeah. So I was like, I'm having a full-blown panic attack right now. This is not at all what I expected. I just can't do this, you know, for the reasons that I just told you guys before. And the publicist was like, this is going to look really bad for you guys if you don't do this. Like, you need to go do this right now. And I'm like, hey, I don't feel I need to do anything that I don't believe in. And literally just in that tone, I never, ever want to be like a diva or have a bad name, you know, burn any bridges. Why would I want to do that for myself? So I was like, I just need to go sit and, you know, talk with my agent, who's literally like my brother. He's like the man. I was like, I was talking to my agent, and I was like, hey, I really can't do this right now. I'm having a panic attack. This is not at all what I thought it was going to be. And he was very understanding. We both looked at the thing that we were sent by this press company, and none of the lines were what they were about to be as soon as I stepped on air. So I collected myself, and I apologized, and I said, I'm sorry, guys. These weren't the talking points that we were given when a week ago when we were preparing for this. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to be able to do this. And the publicist starts freaking out because I think they thought since we were their clients, it gave them a bad rep. And they stayed there with the media company, and we left with our team. And then I wake up this morning to a text from my assistant who was there with us, and it was a link to, like, some T account or some shit, and it was literally the exact words that the publicist was saying to us and our assistant yesterday. Ryan, do you want to read that? Like, with bleeping out what needs to be bleeped out? Yeah, let me pull it up. So I'm not, like, framing anyone. I'm not saying that anyone leaked this to this T account, but this was, like, this was stuff that happened behind closed doors. With 5 people in a room.
All right, you want to read the whole thing?
4 of which I'm very close to.
I'll read it. It says, exclusive. The Dolan twins were set to appear on a very popular entertainment show that airs on blank. However, an insider tells me that they were incredibly unprofessional and difficult to work with. So much so that they've now been blacklisted from said network after walking off set with 90 seconds left to air, which is a major no-no. In addition to allegedly treating the hair and makeup department poorly, they allegedly refused to answer any
Hey, can I
questions.
just say something
Yeah.
about that real quick? Okay, so I don't have hair. There was no hair department.
Yeah.
Grayson's hair was done. There was no hair department. This is already kind of like information being skewed. There was a makeup artist that was going to do touch-ups on me. And right at that moment, as soon as she started, I was like, hey, I just need to go talk. Ethan's playing this down. He was having a full-blown panic attack when the makeup artist came over. Because then he started thinking, oh my God, I have acne.
Right.
This is live TV. But I didn't say anything to the makeup artist besides, hey, I just need a second with my team.
Oh,
real
He
quick.
literally said, hey, I need a second to myself, collected himself, said it very politely, and walked away. We've never, ever been, I mean, you guys know us. We've never been about just randomly, especially someone doing something for you. Like, this makeup artist's job was to make us look better, and I appreciate that. Why would I ever disrespect someone in that position? Yeah. It just makes no sense.
Okay.
So it goes, they also allegedly refused to answer any related questions as to YouTube, as they are now entrepreneurs, which is interesting because YouTube is what got them to where they are now.
That's so funny because the person who was supposed to be on our team that day literally said those words to our assistant, Sterling. And Sterling was like, what?
She's the one that said the whole...
Sterling, as soon as we got in the car, Sterling was like, this person... This publicist who was meant to be on your team just said that they were upset with you because you should recognize where you came from, and you're only here because YouTube got you there. Like you only make the only reason why you're here is because you make goofy YouTube videos. Like you're not entrepreneurs, and that's literally what she said to our assistant, and that's literally what is in this T account's caption.
Yeah, I almost think that's almost like if you're Will Smith and you're doing press for a movie, and then someone only wants to talk about Men in Black, and you go, well, yeah, and of course they know that helped, but this is my new venture. This is my new thing. I'm going to talk about this. No one would say anything about that. They would just go, of course, it's your new movie.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Brad, I'm sure that's happened to Will Smith
I bet.
so many times.
I bet.
And we are nowhere near the level of Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's just an example.
Yeah.
But, and I'm sure this has happened to so many people in Hollywood so many times.
Of course.
So
People
this
just
is kind
wanna
of make people look bad. And
Exactly.
another thing that I will say about the situation, the comment that was made to our assistant from our publicist was like meant to degrade us. Like, you're only here because you make goofy YouTube videos. And it's like, okay, yeah. Why do I have to talk about that if I don't want to? Who am I paying homage to? I created those videos for fun, and I don't feel like talking about it right now. This is not what you said this was going to be. Everyone kind of wants to make you seem like you're in the wrong, and I really believe that I wasn't in that situation. I was told false information, and that's what happened. And it's unfortunate that people try to make you look bad. If that person wants to go around to every professional set that I've ever been on and ask if I was a diva, that is not in my character. I don't view myself as any greater than any other person that walks the face of this planet. I think that we're all equal, and we all play a role in society, and especially on a set, we all play a role in the project. And no person is greater than the next, and that's my mentality going in, and that's how I act. So I wouldn't say I'm a diva, and I take pride in not being a diva.
So I understand where they're coming. I understand where they're coming from. I kind of understand the angle where, leaving a show right before it goes on air is a diva move. I would agree that is in most circumstances. But I didn't act like a diva about it. And I made sure. I was apologetic. I was like, and I was telling my agent, we need to send them flowers. We need to apologize. But like, this is just like, it wasn't my fault that they gave me false information, but I still wanted to make it right for everybody. I felt bad.
Exactly. And like, you did what you could to make it right, even after they did something very disrespectful to you and me. They completely switched the script around. And I don't even know what they were going to try to bring up, because they were talking about tea right before we got on air. What if they were like, one of the questions is about the collab we did with Jeffrey. What if they started asking personal questions about him?
Yeah, and it's live.
I am in no position to answer that.
Right.
He's a friend of mine, but I'm not going to go talking tea on someone.
Yeah.
That's not who I am. And again, it's not my character.
Yeah.
So, just didn't align, and we did everything we could. And I'm going to give everyone my most sincere apologies, and it's really coming from my heart. Like, I feel bad, and I didn't mean to derail anyone's project. I don't believe that we ruined it, and I hope that we didn't. But I could tell you that if someone was coming to collab with me, I wouldn't switch a script on them last second.
Yeah, if someone was going to come on the podcast, I would tell them what we're going to talk about, and I wouldn't be asking them a bunch of fucking loaded questions out of nowhere, catching them off guard. That's just completely wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. I think now that people realize you were there for the other reason and not the one that they thought, and I think it makes more sense. Also, I think people understand when you have a panic attack, it's heavy.
Yeah, and I was having I've been having anxiety a lot this month.
Yeah.
It's kind of come back, and it comes at me at random times. This is obviously this situation induced it.
Yeah.
But I think also I take on Ethan's like
His aura, you can feel his energy.
I really take on Ethan's energy and the way he feels, and yeah, damn, I began to panic heavily. Like, I couldn't catch my breath and stuff.
It's a tough situation to be in, especially about to go on live television on a network. It's not like you're just filming a video. This is something that you know is going to be broadcasted, and the things that you could say or not say could be used against you. It's way easier to think about on the outside when you're actually there. The whole situation changes.
This wasn't like live TV. There was like a live digital thing. I just want to get that clear because I don't want people to get confused with like what live publication this could have been.
And please do not go for anyone's head or attack anyone. Like it's over and done.
Misunderstanding.
And we just kind of wanted to tell you guys, explain to you guys some of the unfair behind the scenes stuff that happens in Hollywood, and also that rumors are like most of the stories you hear are 9 out of 10 times a rumor.
Yeah.
Something I've learned is Hollywood is a high school.
Yep.
Literally, it's Hollywood High out here. Like I went to high school for 4 months, so I got a little bit of a taste about like what it does, and it really the thing that I learned mostly in high school is that high school is a metaphor for life. The rumors that spread about you,
The clicks.
Yep.
the stuff you hear in the hallways. It's all it never really leaves.
Yep.
And I think that I don't know, and maybe it's just L.A. and Hollywood because everyone knows each other, but it could be.
No, it's like that in small towns. I mean, like I've been out of high school for a while, and even if you go out to a bar or something and watch a game, there's people that you were in high school with, and you can hear them talking about you. And these people are in their 20s now.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop because I think some people live for that.
What do you think the root of it is? I think people are bored.
I think it's boredom for sure. Maybe some insecurity.
You know what I say to those people?
Unfortunately, I think the main reason is insecurities.
You know what else? You know what I say to those people? If you're bored, come listen to this podcast. We'll make booger jokes.
Yep.
We'll do some ASMR. I got some ASMR for you right now.
Oh, whoa.
Bro,
Just broke your hand.
So if you're bored and you're about to start some rumors, just come listen to us fuck around on this podcast.
Okay.
I think what you said though,
but
insecurity
I think
is
it's about
100%
insecurities, and I don't know. Again, it's hard for me to relate to that, but I know feeling insecure is a really fucking intense and again anxiety inducing state to be in. I've been there. I've been really insecure. I think 2 years of my life I kind of just was like the most insecure I've ever been, and I've never felt more down.
Yeah.
But
And
I'm not the type to put others down. I kind of just keep I get harder and harder on myself, and I kind of close off to the world.
There was one time where Grayson kind of, wasn't nice to me for no reason when he was insecure. And at that time, I was just like, oh, Grayson's just being a dick. So I gave it back to him a little bit, and I was pulling out of my driveway in my mom's car, and he came over and he headbutted the hood of it. I don't know what he thought that was going to do to me. I think maybe he thought since I was sitting in the driver's seat, I then became part of the car and that I would feel what the car felt. But he dented the hood with his forehead.
It's good power.
Yeah. So that's just a little backstory on that. But I shouldn't have messed with you. I didn't really know what place you were coming from, nor did you at the time. But see, that's point here is people lash out when they're insecure.
And you just don't know when they're going through it. It's so hard to tell because it's all mental. So you just don't know.
So what were you thinking when you headbutted the car, though? Did you think that I was going to feel what the car felt?
No, I mean, I want to stay more serious on this.
Dude, we can be serious.
Yeah, but like how much, real side note, how much damage did you expect to do? And then
It's permanent damage. The car is still dented.
The car was totaled.
And it was my forehead. I didn't even get a bump on my forehead.
You're like a goat.
I don't know what. Yeah, a ram.
You thought
So-
I was like one of those guys who would get in like one of those big robot things, and then they get like the big dome,
Yeah.
and like they're holding the control sticks on the
Yeah,
side,
yeah.
and then it would hurt me and it would take me down.
But that's how mentally consuming.
But it was
my-
it was in reality it was mom's Volkswagen.
But that's how mentally consuming my insecurities were.
Yeah.
And I know that that's a serious and depressive state to be in. So I do have compassion and empathy for people that are in that position. But I would say, throughout my journey of being insecure in the time that I was, and it was really negatively affecting me and my mental state, I was given the chance to talk to other people and compliment them, and it actually helped me a lot. So I think that putting people down is not the way to go about it. And I would just say try to do the opposite, because I think that is like that's permanent. That can affect giving someone a positive compliment and changing them for the better is a permanent change that you can make to yourself.
And even with compliments, I think it's a great point, because even the littlest things, like I'm very insecure about myself, and sometimes when I'll get a haircut, simply someone saying, "Oh, your hair looks great," it'll literally make my whole week. I'm suddenly like confident. I feel so much better. The smallest of things can mean so much, and people don't even realize it. And I think that's why it's just the smallest of compliments mean the most. So I just recommend to people just try to make somebody's day, and it literally takes 2 seconds. It's that easy.
And then that positivity rubs off on you too.
You just spread it.
I had someone recently tell me that this was the weirdest thing ever. I complimented someone and they made a comeback almost like I insulted them. I was like, wow, like your energy's amazing. Like you're fucking awesome, I think is what I said to them, because their energy was just, it was crazy. It was rubbing off on me. And they're like, nah, baby, I'm just a mirror. The way I see myself is because you're in front of me, I'm reflecting that energy that you are reflecting me. Oh, sorry, giving me. And I was like, it took me a second to kind of process what he said, but if you think about it, it does make sense. And I was like, okay. I was like,
That's a really prolific comment,
dude,
though.
to make a comeback when someone gives you a compliment, that is like
a positive comeback. You're
Yeah.
talking about.
and the biggest dick
That's
energy of all
that's
time.
tough to do.
Yeah, BDE for sure.
BD
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So, but this person basically, Ethan said, "Hey man, like I love your energy," and he was like, "No man, this is your energy. I love yours." That's so cool.
So energy does rub off, and like when you give someone a compliment and it makes them happy, you will be happy.
Yeah, and it's also not to say that like every person in that comment section is this terrible person, as much as they're going off of misinformation, and that's why you have to hear both sides of the story. Like if someone was told that I could see why they'd say, "Oh, the Dolans are dicks. Oh, I saw a video of them once," and whatever. Like you don't realize you just need to gain a better perspective. So like it's more the accounts that do it than the people.
Oh my God! Speaking about Dolans are dicks, this this one time we were recording a video. It was the one where I put Grayson on a billboard, and in that parking lot there was a ballet studio, and the guy who owned the ballet studio wasn't happy that I was in the parking lot. There were a couple people who were subscribers, supporters in that ballet class that he was about to teach, and they were all kind of looking at us filming the video from the ballet studio through the window.
A little bit distracted from the class.
Yeah, so I guess he got really pissed at that. And instead of just being like, "Hey guys, can we focus over here?" he just like stormed outside and was like, "You need to leave right now." And I'm like, "Hey man, I'm on public property right now.
Right.
I don't know why you're saying this to me. I never met you. Hi, I'm Ethan."
Yeah.
And he didn't want to shake my hand. He didn't want to introduce himself. He just took his phone out and started filming me like I was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's going on? Can you please not film this? We're recording a video right now. And Grayson was like, "Hey, can you please not film this?" And Grayson saying that is actually like on YouTube right now or whatever. This guy posted a video entitled it "Dolan Twins Being Jerks." And the thing is, like, I've definitely been a jerk before in my life, maybe when I was younger.
You've been a jerk yesterday.
Everybody's a jerk. From
Everybody's a
time
jerk
to time.
sometimes, but we definitely weren't being a jerk then.
Yeah.
Not in that.
So he caught us at the wrong time. We're actually being nice guys. So
Yeah.
his video didn't really make any sense like that. But just back to what you were saying, everyone's just trying to like make people seem like bad people so that they could seem like better people.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to explain myself on that because I didn't have a podcast at the time and I didn't want to give the guy attention. But yeah, people are nuts and they want to make you look bad for
Yes,
some
they
reason.
do.
You know.
No, yeah, I think to wrap that up, it's just all about hindsight and looking back on things and being able to be more positive in the future and just try to catch yourself if you're about to be negative, because it can really take you places. It really can.
We got into a lot today.
It's good though.
But something that I think we could take away, and that hopefully you can take away from listening to this, is that positivity overrides all.
and I think people, when they hear that sometimes,
It sounds cheesy.
they think it's corny. And if I was like 15 and I heard that, I might be like, oh yeah. But as you get older, you need it. You need positivity because a lot of stuff is thrown at you when you get older. And it becomes more real maybe when you're growing up and you realize how important that truly is. 100%.
and
I think there are
maybe
some
not even
pretty-
older. It's just whenever you're forced to grow
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think the thing that you said about the 15 thing is like around that time in your life, that stuff is preached on you so heavily that you start to think it's cheesy. I think there's a way that you could talk about it in a non-cheesy way.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I think you're succeeding.
Ethan's kind of fucking cheesy, but
No, but cheesy is
What the fuck?
yeah. That's
Just talking about
You're
like,
da-
oh, spread positivity, be nice to each other. Ethan's fucking cheesy.
you're dairy free too.
Oh, come
so it's
on.
not even.
I'm literally fucking soy cheese, if anything.
yeah,
man.
he's not even real technical cheese at
Yeah.
that point. But
I just want to wrap by also saying, at the end of the day, this can sound a little bit morbid, but we're all going to the same place.
Mhm.
We're all.
all ends the same.
It all ends the same for everyone, as far as we know here on Earth.
leave it there.
And no.
Don't go.
He's
Don't go into depth on that.
You know what he
going
means?
into
He's just
depth.
saying
All right.
everybody goes at some point. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone goes
And-
to the store.
They
Well,
go
but while you're here on Earth, you can either choose to take the high road, or you could choose to, pick on other people the whole way to make your life better. I don't think it even is better. It's not. Just take the high road. There's two roads you could take in every situation. Take the high road. We're all going to end up in the same place. Might as well take the high road on the way there. That's what I'm saying.
Nice. There you go. I
And
agree.
by being a good person, you're making more of a change, and you're bettering this planet.
It's needed. Trust me. Especially
Yeah.
right now, it's very needed. Everybody can make a difference for sure.
Oh, I forgot to bring this up. We were talking about going live on TV before.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up on live TV once.
What was that like?
This is a side story. This is just, it reminded me of something really embarrassing, and now I'm kind of like,
Yeah, let's hear it.
I'm blushing a little bit.
I haven't heard
know what
this,
he's
so
gonna say again.
I'm nervous to hear
Bro,
that.
I
remember-
I just
remem-
nose farted. That's when you know it's going to be a good
Yeah.
story.
All right. So every single podcast, I'm going to see if I could try to tell a story where I embarrass myself to get it off my chest.
And if he won't, I will.
Oh, guys, this is bad.
I'm ready.
All right. So we were on an MTV show, live television. We were
TRL.
TRL.
Turl.
We were 17, and we hosted every Thursday. So we were in New York every Thursday. It was really cool. It was a really fun experience. Times Square. Got a lot of people outside looking in the big windows watching. Got however many people were watching live on live TV.
Yep.
Had cool guests on there like, Ed Sheeran and Lil Yachty.
Except Ferg.
Some cool guys I
Combo
met.
right there.
Cool guys I met. And Ethan and I always wanted to have like a crazy intro because we're like crazy people. So we had an idea to, I don't even know, the ceiling height kind of prohibited us from getting these really bouncy shoes. So we got these semi-bouncy shoes.
Okay.
So because the ceilings weren't high enough for the really bouncy shoes, we wanted to come out on bouncy shoes.
We
came
always
out
wanted to have like weird intros.
yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to add like the hype, the physical
Yeah.
hype.
One time we like broke through a styrofoam wall. So one time we came out on little mini dirt bikes.
One time we came out sliding on a slip and slide.
Okay. So you're making a grand entrance,
Yeah,
basically.
we're just trying to,
Spice it up.
yeah.
This is Grayson's not so grand entrance.
Yeah, I want to hear the story. I'm ready.
So we had not very bouncy shoes, and I was still trying to sell it to make it look crazy. So I wedding carried Ethan, and if you don't know what wedding carry is, it's when you carry someone like a baby, only you're around your size.
Yeah.
So-
A big baby.
It's no more baby carries, wedding carry.
Otherwise known as the honeymoon carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what it is called, and it's not.
You know,
the
people
wedding.
at weddings.
wedding carry.
I've seen people carry people like that at weddings.
Yeah, there's a photo of my parents at their wedding. My dad's holding my mom.
Yeah,
like
we'll
that.
call it the wedding baby honeymoon carriage.
Yep.
Carry.
Arm carriage.
So I'm holding Ethan like that, almost like he's beef eating a little bit,
Breastfeeding, that is.
Yeah. So I'm holding him, and I have the bouncy shoes on, and I thought, oh, add a little more weight, bounce a little higher. No, it doesn't happen. Bounce is high. So I'm walking out, and I'm like, oh my god, we're not. I'm literally just fucking walking. No one even can see my bouncy shoes. The camera's probably not even getting them. I need to do something quick. So I thought, it'd be so funny if I wiped out. You know what I mean? Make people laugh, dude. It was live TV, so my adrenaline was through the roof. My nerves were through the roof. Bro, when I wiped out, it looked fucking disastrous. Bro, I went bouncy shoes to back
Oh,
with a 185-pound man on my chest.
yikes.
And everyone in the studio went, ooh.
No one laughed?
No one laughed, bro. It got
Oh,
dead silent.
that's the worst.
It got dead silent, and I was expecting everyone to be like, oh, goofy. Bro, everyone thought I actually purposely fell.
That moment
I accidentally.
No, everyone thought I
Yeah.
accidentally fell. They didn't know it was on. I purposely fell.
Right, right.
And I silently walked up and interviewed whatever A-list artist that was on that day, bro. And I couldn't fucking pay attention. I was on live TV. I was like, oh my god. So I just want to let you guys know. Sorry, I'm mad. That's my voice when I get really embarrassed. I just want to let you guys know. The huddle. I'm squeezing Ethan's arm right now. When Grayson and I get embarrassed, we like just huddle really closely. We just have tears in our eyes. And we go, so the fall with the bouncy shoes was on purpose. It doesn't make it any better, but I do want to clear that up.
I'm glad you got it off your chest.
It feels a little bit better.
Yeah. Also, a quick side note story, because for the show that you were on, just to embarrass myself once, I took a big L on Twitter once. I was seeing you guys on there. We were obviously close friends, and I didn't want to ask you guys anything. So one time they tweeted about audience members, and I was like, oh, would love to be on the show. And, my reply is, yes, Ryan. Like, as an audience member, Ryan, be on it. That'd be funny. So I'm thinking they're going to DM me. They followed me, right? I'm thinking they're going to DM me and be like, hey, yeah, come by sometime. Be backstage. It'd be awesome. Only 2 hours away. And they responded with, yeah, get your tickets here, and the ticket link to the website. And my replies were like, L. And I texted you guys, and I shut my Twitter down for the day, and I was like, yep, going to bed.
Well, from now on, Ryan needs he needs a ticket to come on the podcast.
Yeah, I need some sort of admission. That was rough, though. So, we both have stories of that show, at least.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just asked us.
I know, looking back, it could have went a lot better for me.
Dude, we took a double
L there, man.
TRLL.
Double L elimination.
Hey, life is good.
That's a good way to end
Life
it,
is
though.
good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
L stands for life is good.
Yes, it does. That's it.
All right, guys. We want to let you know that if you like the podcast, please subscribe. And if you think it's good, give it a 5-star rating, please, because it helps us out a lot. And it just feels so good.
Just give it a high five.
Yeah.
And
Smack the shit out of that.
Yeah,
thing.
just go ahead and rough it up a little bit.
All 5 fingers.
Yeah.
yeah, podcasts drop every Tuesday. And when they do, if you want to tweet the hashtag Deeper with the Dolan Twins and include the link to the podcast, we will shout you out at the end of the podcast, just like we're going to do right now. So we have our first set of amazing people that support this podcast, and we just wanted to shout you guys out and give you a little thanks.
Right. I'm going to do 2 great, and then you're going to do 2. First one is Jessica at McStirplan. Just want to say thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for listening. And we really deeply appreciate you over here on Deeper with
see what
Dolan
you did
Twins.
there.
Yep. And you're telling me that Ethan's not cheesy.
I also think her name was Master Plan, but with a C instead of an A.
We'll see on this typeface, it looks like McStirplan.
But Mixter Plan is funny, so maybe we'll just go with that.
All right. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. Yeah. And Haley at Innocent Grayson. Even though your Grayson account, that's totally chill. I'll still shout you out. No, I'm just kidding. Haley, thank you so much. We really appreciate you over here, and thank you for listening. We look forward to talking to you every week.
Thank you, Haley.
Take it away, Grayson.
Thank you for bringing awareness to my innocence.
Yeah. My innocence.
Whoa, this is acidic doles. So this is like us if we ate tangerine.
It's
maybe.
a massive reflux.
I have some acid reflux too. I have acid reflux if I wake up really early to go to the airport.
Me too.
When I don't get enough sleep, I have acid reflux all day. So.
Oh, it's the worst. I thought it was just me. I just broke my brain, but keep going.
Okay, so acidic doles, want to shout you out. Thank you for supporting the podcast and tweeting the link Deeper with the Dolan Twins along with the podcast link.
Thank you for chilling out in my chest.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant for a second. I paused. And then
A little acid.
I got the little,
Acidic.
Oh, it's in there. It's right in my soft.
Yep.
Right in your
Right in my gullet.
Gullet?
Yep.
All right, this is another Haley, but this one's Haylee.
Ooh.
Different spelling. Haley at Innocent Grayson is Hayley.
Nice.
So I like both of those names. Both spelling are
They both have great names.
They're both pretty names.
Very, very pretty spelling on both those names. You too, Jessica. And Acidic Doles, we couldn't find your name, but I'm sure
It wasn't on there.
I'm sure it's
But
beautiful.
I'm sure you have one.
I'm sure your parents really thought of something amazing for you.
Yeah.
Vibe Grant. That is Haley.
Oh hell yeah!
That's a cool name.
That's my account.
That's-
That's my middle name.
that's Ethan's middle name.
That's an Ethan account technically.
Nice.
Okay. It's an Ethan Grant account.
1-1.
Ethan Grant with
We're
the
tied,
win.
Jason.
Vibe Grant, shout out to you. Thank you so much for supporting.
It's a cool username, Vibe Grant. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like Vibrant, but
Yeah.
Vibe Grant.
You think that's what she meant?
Hey, dude, that's like
Vibe Grant?
one of the things that I would say.
Vibe Grant.
You know, like with the whole deeper thing that I
Yeah.
just said before that Grayson said was cheesy.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
this
cheesy, Vibe Grant.
This sounds thought through.
You're a genius.
But that's
This sounds
it-
thought through. It's a little more genius than you saying just the name of the podcast.
Well, I came up with the name of the podcast, so.
Or so you think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. In 6 years, we'll find out.
Yeah, in 6 years you'll just wake up and know.
Because that's when I'll remember.
That's what Innocent Grayson is about.
All right, guys. Well, we love you, and we want to let you know thank you.
We want to let you know thank you.
We want to let you know thank you and spread positivity.
Yes.
And last ASMR.
Good.
Ethan's tongue just came 17 inches out of his mouth.
A lizard.
17, legitimately 17. I'm turning into a lizard. See, I'm peeling. My acne will be gone next week.
Everything
Okay?
came full circle.
Later, guys.
All right. Love y'all. Peace.